That will be followed by the board members present will join also. The board members. This is the Competition Authority of Kenya Board. Thank you. May I have the chair and the acting DG remaining? I'd also like to invite the co-chairs of the Advocacy Working Group, Japan, the Philippines, Egypt, and of course Kenya. This project was delivered with the support of the 4 co-chairs. Egypt, MENA, thank you very much. You may take your seats. So we'll now take a tea break. We'll take a 30-minute tea break. It should be so when we return at 1 minute. So we'll proceed and come back at 10:40 for the first plenary session. The session will take place here at the stage. So the tea is served right here and also on the back side of the room, and you're welcome to have the tea. So we come back at 10:40.
30 days upon receipt of full information and a determination issued within 30 days thereafter. The authority investigates consumer complaints free of charge. The authority also investigates and sanctions restrictive trade practices, including price fixing, collusive tendering, and abuse of dominance. The authority undertakes this on its own motion or by investigating complaints. Preliminary investigations into anti-competitive practices are conducted within 14 days upon receipt of requested information and a decision issued within 5 days thereafter. Complex complaints requiring full investigations, including contested matters, cases with large volumes of evidence and involving multiple parties, will be investigated and finalized within 180 days upon receipt of all requested information and cooperation of the parties involved. The authority offers this service free of charge. In certain instances, the authority grants exemptions to businesses, allowing them to participate in conduct that may be anti-competitive but which have exceptional and compelling public policy benefits. The authority processes exemption applications free of charge, and applicants notified of the authority's decision within 30 days after receipt of all relevant information, including from stakeholders such as sector regulators. Applicants are required to fill an exemption application form and, if they deem it necessary, a confidentiality claim form. The authority may conduct hearings with the parties to seek additional information and clarifications. The authority also investigates and sanctions abuse of buyer power, which typically manifests in practices like delayed payments, termination or threat of termination of contract, refusal to accept goods, among others. Aggrieved parties are expected to fill a complaint form and, if they so wish, a confidentiality claim form. Complainants will also be expected to provide the authority with evidentiary information such as contracts, local purchase orders and delivery notes, invoices, communication between parties, and any other information relevant to the matter. The authority screens abuse of buyer power complaints within 10 days upon receipt of full information. In instances where the complaint does not fall within our mandate, we inform the complainant within 5 days of making this decision. Where the matter falls within the remit of the Act, we undertake preliminary investigations within 30 days of receiving all necessary information and communicate our decision to the complainant within 5 days. Complex complaints requiring full investigations are investigated and finalized within 120 days upon receipt of all the requested information and cooperation of the parties involved. It is important to note that where parties submit a confidentiality request with respect to any of our core mandate functions, the authority shall render its decision within 10 days. To enhance compliance with Competition Act, the authority provides advisory opinions to stakeholders seeking clarifications about the law. This is done free of charge and within 14 days of the application. Suppliers of goods and services to the authority are also assured that we shall pay them within 30 days of submitting their invoices. To facilitate prompt processing of payments, suppliers should also furnish the authority with supporting documentation, including LPOs, LSOs, contracts, delivery notes, and acceptance certificates. The authority is committed to acknowledging correspondences and requests for information within 3 days and answer your telephone calls within 3 rings. In addition, visitors will be attended to within 5 minutes of arriving at our offices. It is important to note that beginning September 1st, 2020, the authority ceased receiving physical applications relating to all its co-mandate processes. All applications must be lodged through the e-filing portal, which is accessible via the link on the screen. This permanent operational change is aimed at improving the authority's efficiency and is in line with the government's agenda of enhancing the use of digital platforms for efficient service delivery to the public. If you have a query about the authority's mandate or wish to lodge a complaint or compliment regarding our service delivery, you can send an email to info@ck.go.ke, complain@cak.go.ke or integrity@cak.go.ke. You can also place a telephone call to the authority through +254 20 277 9000 and +254 20 26 28 233. The authority's offices are located at Kenya Railways Headquarters, Block D, ground floor, Workshop Road, off Haile Selassie Avenue, PO Box number 36265, code 00200, City Square, Nairobi. To access more information about the authority, visit our website www.cak.go.ke, Facebook account Competition Authority of Kenya, or our Twitter account @CAK_Kenya. You can channel a complaint or query regarding the authority's quality of service to the Commission for Administrative Justice through the email complain@ombudsman.go.ke or calling them through +254 20 227 0000 or +254 20 230 3000. The Ombudsman's physical address is 2nd floor West End Towers, PO Box number 20414, code 00200, Westlands, Nairobi, Kenya. The Competition Authority of Kenya is established under the Competition Act number 12 of 2010. The authority's mandate is to enforce the Act with the objective of enhancing the welfare of the people of Kenya by promoting and protecting effective competition in markets and preventing misleading market conduct. The authority's core mandate areas are controlling mergers and acquisitions, investigating and sanctioning restrictive trade practices, enhancing consumer welfare. Additionally, the authority investigates and sanctions abuse of buyer power and provides advisory opinions to national and county governments. In order for the authority to serve efficiently, we have in place a Citizens Service Delivery Charter, which prescribes the requirements for each service, timelines and, where applicable, the chargeable fees. With respect to mergers and acquisitions, businesses whose proposed transactions meet the threshold for full analysis are required to provide a duly filled and stamped or sealed merger notification form, audited financial statements for preceding 3 years, a signed copy of sale or purchase agreement, board resolutions approving the transaction, a duly filled confidentiality claim form, and evidence of payment of merger filing fees. Upon fulfilling these requirements, the authority shall review the application within the statutory timeline of 60 days. Businesses applying for mergers to be excluded from full analysis also have to provide the aforementioned documentation, but will only be required to fill Schedule 1 and 4 of the merger notification form. The authority commits to issuing determination regarding exclusion applications within 14 days. With regard to applicable charges for merger filings, businesses with a combined annual turnover or assets of between 500 million Kenya shillings and 1 billion Kenya shillings are not required to pay any fees. However, businesses with a combined annual turnover or assets of between 1 billion and 10 billion Kenya shillings should pay 1 million Kenya shillings. On the other hand, merging parties with a combined annual turnover or assets of between 10 billion and 50 billion Kenya shillings are required to pay 2 million Kenya shillings, while firms with a combined annual turnover or assets of over 50 billion should pay 4 million Kenya shillings. Businesses applying for mergers to be excluded from full analysis are not required to pay filing fees. The authority's bank account